Welcome everyone to Vested Interest. This is Shane back again for another stock pick of the day. It is January 9th. Today we are going to take a look at Johnson & Johnson out of the healthcare sector. Let's jump right into the video. And if you like content like this, go ahead and hit the like button down below. Share with anyone you think might find value in the content. Drop a comment and let me know what you think of J&J. Is it in your portfolio? Most importantly, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you are notified anytime I post new content. And as I said, we are looking at Johnson & Johnson. www.jnj.com is their homepage if you want to know more about them. That's where I pulled this information from. At Johnson & Johnson, we believe good health is the foundation of vibrant lives, thriving communities, and forward progress. That's why for more than 135 years, that is right, folks, another one that has been around over 100 years. So again, they've seen all the downturns, the Great Depression, the Great Recession, the 2008 housing crash, the 2000 to 2001, or really 1990 to 2001 dot-com bubble, the 80s crash, the 70s crash, the oil crash in the 70s. You name it, they've been around, they've seen it, they've come out the other side. Wars, famine, again, you name it. And some of their product lines, well, a couple of things I want to talk about. This is obviously a company that is based all around the world and sells products all around the world, right? Every day, our more than 140,000 employees across the world are blending heart, science, and ingenuity to profoundly change the trajectory of health for humanity. And they deal in consumer health products, right? Self-care, skin health, beauty, essential health products, medical technologies, orthopedics, surgery, right? So you see some surgeons here, interventional solutions, vision, right? And pharmaceutical projects. This is products. This is maybe this one in healthcare are probably the two that you're most familiar with, right? Immunology, cardiovascular and metabolic diseases, pulmonary hypertension, infectious diseases and vaccines, neuroscience, oncology. So again, another one that has been around for a long time. I know the dividend community really likes this stock. It is in my portfolio. You'll see that here in a little bit. And again, if you want to know more about them, check them out, www.jnj.com. Now, the reason we are taking a look at them, obviously they were down on the day, 2.59% down, and we still are talking about Johnson & Johnson, ticker J&J, out of the healthcare sector. And they closed the day on January 9th at $175.58. Looks like they're down a little bit more in the after hours, at least whenever I pulled this information here. It's almost 5 p.m. or might be a little after 5 now. Worked a little late tonight. And they have a 52-week range at as low of $155.72, as high as $186.69. So they are kind of floating in that mid-range between their 52-week low and their 52-week high. I would definitely love them closer back to this 52-week low here. Average volume is 6.5 million. Today was 7.8. Market cap of 459.058 billion. It looks like a lot of selling. You can see that here. A beta of 0.57. So they are less volatile than the overall market. That's what beta means. Basically, 1 is the market. Anything below 1 is less volatile than the market. Anything over 1 is more volatile. The price to earnings, the PE ratio here, is 23.99. This is a little more elevated, this is a little more elevated than I really like to see, but for Johnson & Johnson, I don't think I've ever seen a time where their price is not elevated. They're one of the few companies that are AAA rated, which means they actually have a better credit rating than the United States government. So there are very few companies like that. I think Microsoft is another one. So typically you will pay a premium for companies like that. Very high quality company. Short of some issues they have around litigation from time to time, this company sells a lot of products around the world, and there's not many companies that beat it for growth. Again, over 130 years worth of growth and being around, so don't think they're going anywhere, which is why a lot of people like them. EPS stands for earnings per share. That's $7.32. Next earnings date is coming up January 24th, so check that out if you're interested. For dividend is $4.52 paid out on the year, so divide by 4. They are a quarterly payer. We will see that here in a little bit. And they have a pretty nice dividend yield, 2.56%. Ex-dividend date is February 17th, so if you did buy them now, you would be in line for their next dividend payout. And according to Yahoo Finance, where I pulled all this information from, not affiliated with Yahoo Finance, just where I like to pull some information, they have a one-year target estimate of $184.62. So it speaks to some potential upside appreciation in the stock price. Now, I always recommend more than one source for information, so we are going to take a look at another one here. Yahoo Finance is one, and the other one, stockanalysis.com, we will look at as well. And the 27 stock analysts, they have had to take a look at this. They call it a consensus buy with a low estimate of $161.60, which would be a 7.96% decrease from where they currently sit. And I would love them back in this 160 range. We saw the 52-week low in the 150 range. I would love them there too. I would just add more. Average cost estimate of $187.97, which would be a 7.06% increase from where it currently sits. And if it happened to hit their high of $225.75, that would be a 28.57% increase in the stock price from where it currently sits. All the while, you would be collecting that around 2.5% dividend yield. At least that's where it's at now. And as I said, I do have a position in Johnson & Johnson. I have 54.005 shares here. My cost basis is $166.05. So I am looking for Johnson & Johnson under this cost basis, right? Anytime it dips below this, I add to my position. Currently, like I said, I'd look for more of a pullback here. It's just my opinion, not a suggestion to buy, hold, or sell any stocks. But for me, I am looking for it to be under 166.05 or real close. I mean, if it was at 167, I might consider it, but it has to be real close or under this for me to consider adding any to my current position. So I do have $8,967.68 into this position. I'm up 5.74%, currently sitting at $9,482.20. So a little bit of a price appreciation, but really I'm in it for the dividends. So I would love it to, again, be under this 166.05. Now, J&J does have a payout ratio of 60%, so a pretty nice payout ratio. I look for 75% and lower, unless it's a REIT or something along those lines where it has to pay out a higher percent of its free cash flow. Dividend growth is 6.21, so pretty nice dividend growth, especially for a company that's been around as long as it has and has been paying a dividend for as long as it has. As we saw, the last ex-dividend date was November 21st, had a payout date of December 6th. Right, and the dividends per share, $1.13 per share. So if you own one share of Johnson & Johnson, every time they paid out a dividend, you would get $1.13. Well, that is really it. These are designed to be quick hitters to show you where I am seeing potential value in the market or stocks that I want to start looking at as they pull back to find potential value. Johnson & Johnson, in my opinion, is not quite there yet, but it is close. Again, if it dropped below that 166 or right around that 166 range, I would look to add some more to my position. But definitely do your own research. I am not a financial advisor, and I'm not your financial advisor. So always do your own research. That's why I call this channel Vested Interest. It's in your vested interest to take your investing strategy onto yourself and make sure that you understand what you're investing in, do the research, and invest in the stocks that you want in your portfolio. Well, as always, appreciate you stopping by. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to show me some love. Hit that thumbs up, ring the notification bell. Most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Join me on this journey to financial freedom. If you have not started your own brokerage account, I do have a Webull link down below. If you use that link, you'll get some free stocks. I'll get some free stocks based on whatever their most current promotion is. You don't have to use that link, but it is a way to help support the channel. But like I said, hitting that like button, sharing the videos, dropping a comment, and most importantly, subscribing does help out a small YouTube channel like me as well. So take a second and do all three and hit that notification bell as well. And like I said, that really does help me out. Go ahead and drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think of Johnson & Johnson. Is it in your portfolio? Do you have other pharmaceutical companies that you like better? Go ahead and let me know down below. I do personally read and respond to the comments. I'm always interested to read your questions, opinions, suggestions for future topics, or constructive criticism. Go ahead and drop them all down below. And this is Shane signing off, wishing peace and prosperity to you and yours. And remember, financial security comes to those who take a vested interest. Hey, we'll see you in the next ones. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a great week. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing in this presentation should be considered financial advice. I'm only sharing my opinion and investing in for educational and entertainment purposes. Investing involves risk. Canada's money should never invest any amount you're not comfortable losing it. Always do your own research and invest based on your situation, circumstances, and select criteria, or seek the advice counsel of a certified financial advisor.